Hey Gemini, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for June 25th, 2025. Let's see what's going on with Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear from Spirit today? We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay. 10 of Wands in reverse, 10 of Swords in reverse, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. There's some sort of really definite ending paired with a new beginning in a practical sense for someone who's very caring, loving. There could be an offer coming in to a caring, loving, nurturing soul, but it's paired with this like it's over energy. Something's very done. The Ten of Wands in the past is like that pattern of behavior is no longer the template for how things are done. It's been integrated into whomever is relevant for that, and they're never gonna behave that way again. And the Ten of Swords is like, I don't even think that way anymore. That's not my mindset. That's not my paradigm. That's the old me. There's very like, this is the old and it's done, but it's being like mentioned. It's showing up as relevant information somehow when it comes to this new practical or physical object offer. I don't know if you're on the receiving end of that offer or you're the one who wants to make an offer. Let's see how the reading turns out. What's the challenge here? Three of Cups. Maybe your friends are saying, remember how it was before. Okay, let me back up. This is over, right? Some pattern of behavior, some mindset. Well, that insinuates that it was something that needed to end. It was outdated. It was unhealthy. And it happened in the past in a bad, negative pattern of behavior, negative thought patterns, right? So, because we have that sort of hinted at, I can see where it might be challenging to either give this offer to the Queen of Cups because your friends would be like, what the hell are you doing? We still remember all of that pattern of behavior and their ideologies that were super toxic and problematic. What do you mean it doesn't seem that way anymore? How do you know? Because you wouldn't know for sure unless you get entangled with it and open yourself up to being hurt again, right? So it's possible that this is like a group of friends who's looking out for you and asking you to remember the way that it used to be rather than just rely on the fresh newness of whatever this offer is. Yeah, I think that applies whether you're the giver or the receiver of the Ace of Pentacles. It's also possible that this doesn't represent a group of friends, but rather like wanting to keep things casual, because the Three of Cups comes before the Four. The Three is something that's expansive and easy breezy. It's like going out for drinks or having game night. It's not having an emotional conversation at 3 a.m. about difficult topics that are painful and like deep emotional things. It's surface level emotional connection. So it could be that there's this lingering sort of superficiality that is hindering this offer, the receptivity for the offer. Let's see, what is Gemini focused on? Page of Swords in reverse. This is very either reserved Gemini energy or shadow side Gemini energy. When you pair it with the Devil in reverse, I do feel like this is, it's almost like you're trying to stop yourself from saying the wrong thing. Like, if I always what's the expression? Stick my foot in my mouth or embarrass myself or whatever, I'd rather say nothing. It's also possible you're considering how to communicate something that is taboo. You're like, I should say it, I shouldn't say it. It has a bit of toxic energy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that energy very much. So that's probably how you're feeling about this topic. In the recent past, we have the Five of Wands in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse. This is a clearing of the playing field in some way. Maybe you took yourself out of competition, deleted your dating apps, decided that you're not dating anymore. Because of this, is disillusionment the right word? It's when you used to have the rose-tinted glasses on and be naive and think that the best was possible, but now you see the reality of the situation, and the result is, okay, I'm not interested in that. It's too much of a struggle. I don't need to prove myself. I don't need to compete for anyone's time or attention. Because the result is a fantasy anyway. It's that sort of a vibe. Like, why am I going to put myself through some obstacle course when the prize is a fantasy? It can't be made a reality. Your higher self perspective is screaming at you through your intuition. The High Priestess is saying, is here to say that your intuition is on point, and you're developing a much stronger connection to your spirituality, maybe firming up some spiritual beliefs through personal experience. Things that are addressing whatever skepticism that is latent in your spiritual evolution. And you're feeling a lot more confident thinking of yourself as a spiritual person. Let's see what comes up in the near future. Nine of Wands. Something is difficult. You've been involved in something that feels challenging for what seems like a long time. You're not giving up. You're persevering through the challenge. You want to see it through. I think more than anything else, you want to see it through because you've been through this ending in the past. The Ten of Wands in reverse is like, That old way didn't work. I have a new way of doing things and I'm not giving up on it. What is going to affect the situation that Gemini doesn't see coming? It's all coming together behind the scenes. You're going to start to see some indication of how in the esoteric realms or the unseen realms, the universe has really been aligning things to work out for you in a way that you have no control over. And I think that's part of what the High Priestess was here to tell us, is that you've had a sense or a knowingness, or maybe like you're hearing the voice of your higher self reassuring you it's all going to work out, things are going to be fine. The Temperance card as a surprise is like, usually with Temperance you don't see it happening, it's all behind the scenes. If it's going to surprise you, that means you become aware of it somehow, and that's what indicates to me that you're going to get some evidence of the universe conspiring in your favor. Not just a synchronicity, not just seeing 1111, but some real tangible evidence, I think in the form of this Ace of Pentacles. Now, whether or not you recognize it as evidence that things are working out is going to be up to you. Your hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Cups. I think this is definitely connected to the offer. There's an emotional component. It's not just a physical object that's being offered. There's emotions behind it. So because this is a hope and a fear, you want to make the offer or you want to receive the offer. Depends on which end of this story you are. But you're also afraid of it. I mean, there's a lot of like past energy tied up in this reading of toxic or taboo, holding back on communication, not wanting to put yourself out there. Friends maybe being involved in a way that's working against moving forward, or dating, some sort of major end to a pattern of behavior. And here you have this opportunity for a new beginning, and it's like, do I want to start all over again? When I've gone down a new road in the past, how did it make me feel? Remember how I was describing the evolution from the Three of Cups to the Four of Cups? This is a little bit like, okay, I'm having fun, keeping things casual, and then in that imagery of the Four of Cups, there's always a character who brings a fourth cup around, and the character on the receiving end of that offer is like, why are you trying to make me more mature, more stable emotionally? I'm having fun. I want to keep things light. I want to keep things fun. The adding of the fourth cup to that numerologically indicates a shift from that sort of a vibe to the deep emotional commitment. You can have the fun within the Four of Cups, but it also includes like deeper emotional connection and talking about the difficult side of things and not just the fun stuff. The way this all ends up is with a big opportunity to level up, or at least have another go at it, with the Wheel of Fortune. It's like you're moving forward. It's a new cycle, a very fresh energy, but it's going to have familiar undertones. So whether you are like getting back on the merry-go-round to have another shot at something from the past, or you're accepting that the past is in the past and you're moving on for a fresh new cycle, things are definitely turning in your favor, and you're going to have good opportunities to have good experiences. Your advice from Spirit is to either take a break if you feel like you've been in a rut. If you've been on a long road and you're feeling weary, you don't want to give up. Nine of Wands in the near future, but the Knight of Pentacles in reverse at least gives themselves a break, a day off. So this could just be an indication that you need to rest, recuperate. If this is a stronger message, then it's Spirit saying you need to reconsider the direction that you're headed. Maybe the goal that you're headed toward, the path that you're on, or the way you're trying to get there isn't the best. Rethink that. There could be another strategy or another path or another goal. So Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helped. Have a great day, and I'll see you back next time.